This is Bo with Focused Engagement. Today is Friday, which means we have another Focused Friday. Today we're talking with Marc from Time Graphix. This is the first time I met Marc, but Marc does T-shirts, and I'll let him explain what he does. But we found him because we needed T-shirts ourselves, which, as you can see, we got. They turned out fantastic. Love the material, love the shirts, and love how fast it happened. So, Marc, why don't you go ahead and explain who you are, what Time Graphix is, and how you got into this business?
So, my name is Marc Patterson. So, our company is called Time Graphix. So, we are a full print company. We do clothing, we do hats, paper printing, stickers, vehicle wraps, building graphics, business cards. Pretty much if it's printed, we do it. There's really nothing we can't do. If we can't do it in our own facility, we have print partners throughout the nation that can do it for us. We have a lot of clients outside of Utah that need stuff, and it's cheaper for us to work with our partners than to print it here and ship it to them. But we have a lot of local companies we work with daily. Work with a lot of nonprofits, a lot of schools. So we started doing this. I've got two partners, and we started doing this kind of on the side at nights with our other full-time jobs. And I started back in 2014 with my buddy. We just kind of did it on the side. We kind of liked doing it, and it was a kind of a second little income. And the company I worked for, we ended up purchasing, and then we rolled that company and Time Graphix together, and we opened our facility in April 2017. We opened our facility up in North Salt Lake. Well, we're not quite North Salt Lake. We're just below the refineries, right below North Salt Lake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're located at 2050 North Redwood Road in Salt Lake City. So we opened this facility April 2017, and we have just been rocking it, and it's been great. And so we can do a lot of stuff next day, same day. That's the key that sets us apart from your Alpha Graphics, your Vista Prints that do stuff online, because what we focus on is customer service and turn time. And not everything can be done in a day or two. But I think you sent me your stuff, and I think we had them done in 2 days.
Yeah, it was fast.
We had to order the shirts in. We worked directly with Nike and OGO and Under Armour. So depending on what the brand of clothing you want, we work directly with the manufacturer, so they ship it right to us from their factory. And then once we get it, we can do it. So with your particular job, I think we did 10 shirts, and you did them quick, and we got the shirts and we had them ready for you the next morning. So that's what we really pride ourselves on. That's what sets us apart from your big online companies. They're a cookie cutter company. What we really do is we try to work with our customers and engage with them and to talk to them and really figure out what they need. Because a lot of times people come to us and they're like, I need this. And I'm like, do you have a logo? No, I don't know what I need, but I know I need this. I'm working with a company right now. I've been messaging all day, and he's starting a new company to transport people. And he needs a logo, he needs stickers, he needs hats, he needs shirts, he needs to build his company, and they don't know where to start. So with us, we've got a design team, production team, printing team, the admin team like us, which we also do a lot of the sales. And that's what we try to do is we engage with our customers. We engage with them, we talk to them, the biggest thing to me is education. With one of my partners, he's been in the printing for a long time, and he spent years educating me to learn how to do this. And so my goal is to educate my customers. What do they need? How can I help them save money, be smart with their money, be smart with their branding, and get what they need? Because a lot of times people come in and they want this, and this, and I'm like, you really don't need this, but you can do this instead, and it will be more effective. So that's kind of our goal, is to really help our customers build a brand and provide A to Z. Our tagline is Time Graphix. We design, print, and we promote. We help them design it, we help them print it, we help them promote their business. That's our key, is to really work with them directly, sit down, talk, and educate.
Well, and my experience with you is a great example of this, because I know I wanted shirts. I don't know anything about t-shirts. I wanted something that was going to last. and I assume I wanted screen printing. I didn't really know there either. So after talking with you, the kind of shirt that I was going to get changed. And I love the shirts that you actually picked these shirts out. You're the one that says this is the shirt we should go with. And then we didn't get a silk screening, right? We went with something else that for our order size and a few other reasons, you said this is going to be much better.
Yeah. So what we did for you is it's called heat transfer. So silk screen is great if you're doing larger quantities, but if you want 10 shirts, and so what we do is it's actually a vinyl comes on a roll, and we can do full color print. We can print full color printing, and we can cut it. Or with yours, we did so it's just a white vinyl that's meant for clothing. So it's actually heat activates. A lot of people think old iron-ons from the 70s and 80s, but this is a big commercial material that's we design it out, we plot it out, we cut it, and then we place on the shirt. We have a big commercial press that presses it into the material, so it's bonded into the fabric, and so it's soft and it looks clean. You get really sharp lines, and we can use full color print, and we can turn it usually next day. That's the key for that kind of stuff. We do a lot of shirts for rush week at colleges and stuff. I need 10 shirts, 20 shirts in 2 days, and that's where that kicks in. If you're doing 100 shirts, 300 shirts, 2,000 shirts, that's where screen printing and different methods come in. But for your particular order, heat press was the most effective and cost effective and expedited service that worked for you.
So you mentioned Vistaprint, you mentioned Alpha Graphics as major national competitors, and you ship nationally. So how is it you compete against companies like that? Obviously, your service is better, but still, if people don't know about you, they're still going to call Vistaprint because they don't really know any better. So what do you do to try to compete against these larger companies?
Our whole company is grassroots. We have not really advertised. We do little things like this. We talk to people. We send out emails, and we get word of mouth. Our company has grown 100% from word of mouth, from nothing to where we are now, and that is our goal, to just keep growing organically and to keep building our name, and that's how you grow. And will we always be able to compete with Vistaprint that does $10 business cards? No, but we don't want that. We want good quality items for customers that will last a long time. And so the key is for us, I feel, is to get out there, talk to customers. When you relate to customers, just like I relate to you, you are going to tell people, you're going to let them know. And then that's when people hear about us. That's when people come in. And the key that I hear all the time, just like I said, is people go online and they'll order some business cards from Vistaprint or XYZ company, and they get them and they're super disappointed, and they spend $50. Then they come to me and I talk to them. I say, oh, I can do this, this, and this for $45, and it's way better than what they had. And so for them, I have a customer for life. And so that's the key to me is the education part, because our name is not big enough to be everywhere, and that's okay. We are growing, we are getting out there. And when people hear about us and they come in and they work with us, they normally don't leave because of the service, the turn time, the quality, and our pricing. Because it's funny, you see these companies for these deals that give you that kind of $10 price, but when you really get into it and you get what you need, you're spending $50, $60, $70 for what you thought was going to be $10. When you come to us, here's what I want, here's your price. There's no surprises. We say, here's your price, and here's what it is, period. You get this exact item for this price. And so to me, that it goes back to what I said, is educating the customer and working with them and talking to them. Because you go into these other companies, whether it's online or local other bigger companies, you go in it and a lot of it's so cookie cutter. This is what they do, and if it doesn't fit in their mold, they don't want to work with you. For us, we will do anything for any of our customers. If we don't do it or haven't done it, we will figure it out. I will talk to other partners I have, and I will network to figure out how to serve my customer. And to me, that's the biggest key, is servicing our customers and educating them is how we compete, because in the long term, we will last forever.
Love it. Absolutely love it. In fact, I'm fairly certain the reason why we heard about you at all was because it did come as a referral from Connect Utah. So
I love
I
Quebec,
remember
Utah.
putting out for, wanting t-shirts, and you came up as one of the top. So I had my assistant, which AKA my daughter, she's the one that actually called and got the information. So, but yeah, it came from a referral. So those referrals are absolutely, and the beauty of a referral is a lot of the vetting that I would normally do if I'm deciding if I'm going to work with a company, I don't worry about that because
It's
it
done
came
through the
from somebody
referral.
that, yeah, exactly. So
Yep,
yeah,
100%.
referrals are brilliant. Love them. That's a great way to do you actually ask for referrals, or is it just so natural with your customer service that
Both. And so, yes, you need to request, you need to ask, you need to put yourself out there. And so, yes, I love, and you'll get into, we have an email that comes after we complete a job and says, hey, it was great working with you. Would you be kind enough to go to Yelp or go to Google and leave us a review? We do ask for that.
brilliant,
And
excellent?
yeah, but sometimes even if we haven't got to ask them yet, we get a review, and even people who don't leave reviews still will tell their friends about it. If you're not the type of guy to go on Google and write a review and say, hey, this is awesome, but in your mind you think these guys are great, and then if Joe comes up to you 2 months from now, hey, I need some hats and shirts, you're like, oh, dude, you got to talk to Mark at Time Graphix. Even though you might not left me a review, that's okay, because I know for a fact you will tell someone about us. You will refer me in another way. And then maybe that guy will leave a review. Then he's going to refer 2-3 other people. Then they might leave a review. To me, the word of mouth is the key to growing any business, truly. Because you can advertise all you want, but the key for us too is we don't dump a ton of money into advertising, which keeps our costs lower, which keeps our overhead lower, which keeps our price to our customers lower. And so we can do this stuff for you guys and give you a great product at a great price at a great turn time with great service. We don't sacrifice anything, and we're still growing.
Well, and I love that you send out that email. It's reviews is one of the things that we focus on in my business, is helping other businesses get reviews. That's one of our lines. And there's actually statistics that show that it's above 80%. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but above 80% of your happy customers will leave you a review online if you ask. And that's the key, because if you don't ask, they don't think about it necessarily. I mean, some of them will. Like you said, you'll ask some and they've already left that review. But for the most part, they will leave you a review. You just have to ask. And it really is that simple. So it's brilliant. I'm glad that you do that. And I look forward to that email, and I will leave you a review.
Yeah, so. And there's nothing wrong with asking. I think sometimes companies get scared to ask, or people get scared to ask.
Yeah.
They think they're being invasive or rude. You're not being rude. You're being diligent in growing a business. And for me, when I buy a product, I know I shop on Amazon a lot. And so when I buy a product and I really like it and they send me an email, heck yes, I'll leave a review because I know how it is. I know how to grow a company. And I know a lot of these Amazon businesses, they're a small business just like I am, but they're just happen to be on Amazon. And so I love it when companies ask me for a review, because I do the same thing. It's like, and if there's other companies out there, other business owners out there watching, ask for reviews, ask for that, because that's how you will grow. Do not be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to reach out and put your pride down. Say, please, I'm growing. I need your help. Please review me and tell people that you loved working with me. There's absolutely nothing wrong with asking for that.
Well, and there's also nothing wrong if you have multiple locations and you have sales teams. I tell salespeople when they ask for that review, saying, if you thought I did a great job for you, mention me by name.
Yeah.
And so what will happen is, I got one client that they'll have people go into the store and ask for that particular salesperson, whichever one is really good at doing reviews, and all of them are starting to get good because they see the results. So somebody will walk in and say, hey, I want to work with Mark because I have read Mark's reviews. Yes, the Time Graphix reviews in general are great, but when they're saying, Mark was outstanding, and so now people are reading these reviews, they're saying, okay, well, obviously Mark is the one I want to work with. So yeah, and I agree. I talk to a lot of business owners, and they're like, well, I don't know if I should be asking it. I don't feel. You're absolutely right, man. There's nothing wrong with asking. In fact, if you don't ask, you're almost leaving money on the table, because those reviews turn into money. So 100%. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. So Well, Mark, I really appreciated talking with you. I have one last question that I ask everybody. If somebody came up to you and asked for advice of starting a business, whether it's in the same industry or just a business in general, what advice would you give them?
So it's funny. We talked about that a little bit before this call, and I called my partner up and said, "Hey, I'm going to be doing this Facebook Live," and I told him that you asked me that question, and he said the exact thing that I thought when you asked me that. Have a great partner. I think, for me at least, and I think for a lot of businesses, doing a business by yourself is hard. You are alone. You're alone in your thoughts. You're alone in your actions. You're alone in your mistakes. You're alone in the pros and cons. So I think if you're looking to start a business, you want to grow, find someone to work with. I think having a partner is one of the best things a good company can do, because you have different ideas, different backgrounds, different thought processes, and different mindsets on how do you grow, how do you spend money, how do you save money, where do we put our money at, do we hire employees, do we need to fire employees, and that's it's for us. Having our partnership has been the key, and we meet every single week. We talk about that a lot because we've had other people who have wanted to come in and buy into our company and be part of it, and we're like, why? Like, do we need the money? No. Do we need another person? We don't know. I mean, what would that person bring to our business? So I think if you're growing a business, and sometimes your partner could be your spouse, or it could be your dad, it could be your brother. But I think the key to a successful business, in my mind, is having great partnerships. And maybe that's not the partnerships like I have it, like they're an owner of the company, but it could be partnerships with vendors. It could be partnerships with suppliers, So it depends, because
Yeah.
you're in the restaurant business. You see so much that small restaurants, they get up at 4 a.m, the fish market. They have relationships with bakers. They have relationships with farmers, So it might not be the partner in the common sense of having a business partner, but partnerships with relationships with your suppliers. I think that type of partnership is also essential too, because you've got to have the people you can go to, the people you can trust, and say, "Hey, is this food good? Is it a good farmer that's growing good organic? Is he really growing organic food? Is this, or if you're in the printing business, where am I buying my paper from? Where am I buying supplies from? Do the reps come out and talk to me and engage with me? Are they engaged with my company? Is it someone that I can brainstorm with? A lot of my vendors that I buy product from, I can sit down and brainstorm and network, even though they're not in my business, they're in the industry. So I think there's a lot of positivity to have good partners, in both senses.
Sure. Yeah, and I actually never really considered, especially when you're starting out, making those partnerships with your vendors, because they've been in this industry. Whatever industry you're in, they probably have been around for a while and can give you great advice
Exactly.
on whatever it is, or how to market, or how to set your price points, or whatever it is. They're going to know. And if you think of them as partners, not just a vendor, that's absolutely brilliant. I really never thought of that before that way. So
Yeah.
brilliant advice, Mark. Thank you. So I put your contact information here, your phone number and your email address. But Mark, if there's any other way people can get a hold of you, how's the best way? Email, phone number,
Email,
Facebook?
phone number. You can go to our Facebook, just Time Graphix on Facebook. Just Google us on Facebook. Message us. You can find us on Yelp. We have a lot of people message us on Yelp, and we try to respond in a couple hours. Email is always great because it comes right. That's my cell phone you put on there. Text. I text clients all the time. If you want to shoot me a text, say, "Hey, I got your number from so and so." Shoot me a text, email, give me a call.
Awesome.
We're always engaged. We're always willing to talk to you. We work 9 to 5, but we work outside those hours sometimes. And so
Sure.
Again, sometimes clients can't talk till 8. It's just what it is, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
We all have families, we all have lives, and we're all trying to grow our businesses and grow our lifestyle. So
Great, Mark. Well, I really appreciate the conversation. If anybody needs shirts, again, check my shirt out. Oh, let me pull it up so you can see it.
Looks
They
awesome.
turn out beautiful. He does great work. Give Mark from Time Graphix a call. So, and until next Friday, you guys have a good day. Thanks.
Thanks, Bo.